just a second. Looks good. All right, that's good. Advanced. TV. Log in. Continue. I just gotta sign in so I can see if there's an actual game. Watch. Doesn't. Oh, Tigers do. Oh, it's audio. Well, that's a bitch. But it'll be Meadows, McGonigal, Vierling, Green, Slater, Young, Rogers, Cruz, and Peck in the game today. Rainey will be the pitcher. Pitching for the Twins, it'll be Bradley. Yeah, now we just kind of wait first pitch. Hopefully it comes soon. First string back in a little while. And one pitch, one out. Meadows out, one away. He has not had a good spring. What's up, Kevin? One away. Doing good. How you doing? Springtime or spring break for me, so I'm chilling. Banging people's moms, you know, the usual. What do we got? McGonigal up. He's still up. They sent Clark down because he wasn't, he wasn't clearly ready. So nice to see McGonigal still up. Still producing. I wonder at what point it becomes too hard to be like, well, he didn't do well enough to make the team. However, if they wait, I think like 12 days, they can get an extra year of control out of it. You know? That's good. Good to hear, Kevin. 2-2 on McGonigal. It updated kind of late. So 2-2 on the future Rookie of the Year, future GOAT of the MLB, Kevin McGonigal. His great aunt, actually, believe it or not, is Professor McGonagall from the Harry Potter series. He almost wasn't allowed to play professional sports. They had to make sure he wasn't a wizard or witch. And McGonagall walks. But yes, his aunt is actually Minerva McGonagall of the Harry Potter world. Crazy small world we live in. Anyway, here's Matt Vierling. One on, one out. Yeah, well, you know, Kevin, that's I only tell people the truth. I don't believe in telling lies. I was actually nicknamed Rob George Washington, whatever my last name may be, because I can't tell lies. They're like, damn, this guy has never once told a lie. One time I beat up a disabled kid, and they're like, Robert, did you beat up this disabled kid? And I went, and the kid couldn't talk, and he was all beat up, and I could have said no. But I was like, yeah, I did. And they said, why? And I said, he had a cool toy that I wanted, and I gave him back his toy. And that'll be a force out. They'll get the out at second, unable to get Vierling at first, 2 away. Here's Riley Green, 2 down, runner at first. Top of the first, 0-0 score between Tigers and Twins. Not a very common matchup, the Tigers and Twins. You don't really see this game too often. So if you're a fan of either one of these two teams or a fan of this matchup, you know, this is a rarity. You don't see this Like maybe once or twice in the regular season you get this matchup. Maybe just once. Sometimes it used to just not happen. Very rare situational game here. So I hope people enjoy that this spring. Right, Kevin? We hardly ever get to play this the Twins. Anyway, Green grounds out, so we'll head to the bottom of the first. It'll be Wallner, Keishel, Bell, Larnack, Lewis, Caratini, Outman, Rodden, and Ryan Kreidler. And then Rainey is the pitcher for the Tigers. Rainey was actually third in the American League Cy Young last year, even though I don't think he pitched for any American League teams. That's how good he is. Yeah, not very often. You know whose career kind of fell apart with injuries is Royce Lewis. I always felt like he was going to be a lot better than what he was. I guess the injuries have just sort of become insurmountable for him. Because he's never really returned to form. I'm not really sure why that is either. I mean, he's in the lineup. It's just last year he played a decent amount and he just never really got it going. I know he's super injured. Like he deals with a lot of injuries. So I'm not really sure. You know. Hopefully he comes back. He's a great hitter. But you know, sometimes weird injuries just take it away. I don't know. I'm gonna be the first player to lose it. Called strike to Wallner. Wallner is actually the son of Mr. Wallner and Mrs. Wallner. They had sex roughly however old he is years ago. And then he grew up and became a professional baseball player. That's actually real. Believe it or not. It may sound unbelievable, Kevin, what I just said. But, you know, some people just have normal lives. Like Kevin, like people just go, you know, Rob, of all the things that I feel like you just lied to us for the first time, and I don't know if I can trust you. It's like that doesn't add up. Wait, what? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like a stork birth, like the birds dropped him off. Yeah, I've never lied. Here's Keishal, or whatever the fuck his name is. Like, I know the real reason the Ravens said no to Max Crosby. And actually, I don't have a funny reason. I think it's just because they didn't want to give up 2 firsts. So they're like, oh, that knee is so bad. Whew, what a bad knee injury. Dang, we didn't know you just had surgery 8 weeks ago. It's like, yeah, no shit, he would have been. What? That's a team that went, you know, we actually don't want to trade 2 firsts because we lost all of our players in free agency, and this would be very bad for us. We actually need to draft, and we need to draft a lot of players. So they bowed out. Going to look worse on the Ravens than it will for anybody. Like, that's a bad move by Baltimore. That's a bitch move by the Ravens, by the way. Unless there's something wrong with Crosby's like Achilles and they don't want to disclose it. Like, it's like, no, once that heals, his Achilles is gonna explode. That would be something. But from what I've learned, from what's come out, it's basically they just didn't like how it looked after 8 weeks of surgery. Of repairing a meniscus surgery. They're like, boy, that's an awful big scar. See ya. It's like, really? Well, yeah, it's not fully healed yet. Ooh, we thought you'd be fully healed after 8 weeks. You know what I mean? I don't understand what he's already had the surgery. The hard part's over. He'll be ready to go. If not, he might miss a month. It's like, oh well. And Keyshaw grounds out. That'll be the second out of the inning. Now up, Bella. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like the Ravens just backed out of that trade because they didn't want to give up 2 firsts. 1-1. Also, though, if you look into Crosby's medical history, I think it's the last 3, maybe 4 seasons. I think this year was one of the first he didn't finish. He's been like on the edge of like catastrophic injury for a minute here. Every single year, it's like he should finish. He shouldn't be playing by like week 13, and then he just plays through a gargantuan number of like leg injuries. And I'm starting to wonder if with Max Crosby, if there isn't fear that his Achilles is about to explode as soon as that knee's better. Because again, it's not an uncommon duo injury where if you blow out one of your knee ligaments, like you blow your Achilles on the same leg or on the opposite one. It's like this weird, like, it's like cause and effect injury because of the overstrain on one leg or the overstrain on the leg. And a lot of strain is put into like into like, you know, the ankle to rehab. It kind of just Bell walks, so 1 on, 2 out. Here's Larnack. I don't know. He's not very good, but maybe I don't know why they didn't go get James Conner. He would have fit way better. And he worked really well in Drew Pensig's scheme. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see Pacheco in a scheme that actually knows how to run the football. Montgomery wants to get more carries, and that's just not going to happen with Gibbs being there. You know what I mean, Kevin? It's just like the reality of like Gibbs being a monster star running back. And there's absolutely no bad blood between either part of sides because it's just like I think Monty understands where it's just like, yeah, I'm not going to get the carries here, and there's not much to bitch about. Because like, dude, Gibbs is like probably the best or second best running back in football. It's just like you're not going to get the carries here. And with Pacheco, I don't know. We've only seen him in dog shit fucking pass heavy Andy Reid offenses, so that don't know how to run the football. Look at all like all of Reed's offenses have never ran well. So I don't know. Maybe Pacheco was being used incorrectly, and maybe the Lions in a run first offense will have better use of him. We'll see. 2-2. They have a very good run game offensive coordinator in Pensing, so we'll see how all that kind of plays. Again, I do think James Conner would have been a way better pickup. But that might just come down to like Pacheco was a little cheaper and a little younger, so it's like, we'll go with him. I don't think there's a big difference between the two. I think that if Pacheco had been with the Cardinals over the last few years, he'd have a lot better. And that looks like the third out of the inning, a lot better numbers. No, I don't watch college sports. I don't really care who wins. You got to understand basketball from. You can ask Kevin here. I genuinely do not care about college sports, and I'm not being mean or anything either. I have no interest in them. Not even the I'm not even like one of those people who are like, oh, I hate it, and then I watch the championships. I don't even know who won the national. I don't even remember who won the. Indiana. You know what I mean? Like, I can't remember who won the national championship last year. I'm going to say LSU or Ohio State. And I might be right. Yeah, I know. They let Kenneth Walker go, and now he's on the Chiefs. We'll see how that plays out. That's quite the grab for Kansas City. They need some receivers though for that team. I don't think Rashee Rice is going to be available to play this year. At some point, the league's going to have to step in and suspend the guy. By the way, top of the second coming up. It's a 0-0 score. It's a commercial break, obviously. Looks like Slater, Young, and Rogers. Looking like a fast hit. Actually, I don't know. Young has decent numbers. So does Rogers. As so does Slater. Bradley back on the mound. Really looks like Michigan could win the Natty this year, though. So that's pretty cool for Michigan basketball. What's up, Matthew? How you feeling about your Bears right now? Jeremy Fears. Is that a Michigan State person? Don't worry, that Michigan team is full of 50-year-old grown men. When I was in middle school or elementary school, I remember the starting five of Michigan coming in as like 30-year-olds to teach us about like, sports. It's pretty cool. You have strep, JD. I'm sorry. You're having kind of a bad off season though. That's going to be a strike. So it's going to be 1-2 most likely. You've lost DJ Moore. You've lost a couple linemen. True. I mean, yeah, you guys are kind of limited on cap. Slater strikes out, one away. Michigan State point guard. Good. I'm glad he kicked the guy. You missed 3 days of school this week. I'm sorry to hear it, Jeremy. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, he sounds like a future Piston, Fears does. I don't really like much. I think my team's done okay. Apparently, we signed Nick Cross. That's a good signing from the Colts. That's about all the good signings we've done. I guess we brought in Elijah Vera Tucker at guard, too. That's a good signing, actually. If he can stay healthy, that's a great signing. But, you know. 0-2 for when he plays, he's about as good as any guard in the NFL. I should look it up. I'll look it up. I like seeing fights. Ball one, low high. 1-2 now on Jace. My brother has a World Series title, Young. Actually, you know what I found out? They're not actually related, believe it or not. Jace Young strikes out. They may have similar names, but Jace is not related to Josh Young. It's kind of like what's another good one? You know how everyone thinks that the Harbaughs are brothers, just because they both got the same last name. That one's really annoying. The Watts that everyone says they're brothers just because they both played Edge and are white guys with the last name Watt. There's some other really annoying ones. People used to call the Pouncey brothers like the Pouncey twins, and it's like just because they were born from the same vagina at the same time doesn't mean that they're twins. Like, that's a weird thing to say about people. Not even related, dude. They just happen to come from the same vagina at the same time. It's not like Carrie Carpenter is related to Sabrina Carpenter. They have the same last name, therefore related. The Harbaughs have the same last name, but they're not related. Just You just got to know how everything works. Lewis, Caratini, and Outman. Bottom of the second. Tigers go pretty quick there in the top of the second. 1, 2, 3. Bottom 2 coming up. Tigers are going to bring in Sean Gunther to pitch the bottom of the second. Isn't Tom your cousin? I would assume that you guys are somewhat related. I would say that's a yes. I mean, you have the same last name as him. It's really simple, actually. It's like not a hard thing. Like Kevin, his great uncle is Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons. Not hard. You know what the craziest relation is? Is that George Bush, the former president, he's the great uncle of running back Reggie Bush. Bet you didn't know that. Condoleezza Rice. She's the aunt of running back Ray Rice. That one actually could be true. I actually don't know if that one is or not. I don't think so. They're related. I think we're good there. Find out that they are, but well, I guess never mind. Lewis, Caratini, and Outman do up here in the bottom of the second against Gunther. Michigan is not going to win the Natty in basketball because the backup. Yeah, I heard someone got hurt. Thurman Thomas. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Ben, yeah, they're cousins. Ben and Calvin. They're about the same age. They grew up together. Their parents are related. 1-0, 2-0, and they get him on the third pitch there. Nice job by Gunther. 1 away. Price swung over the top of it and smacked it into the ground. Just like we like to see. Oh, it popped out. Got underneath it and popped it up. Two 0. Bugs Bunny. Roll out. No, no, no. I'll throw it high and away on the next pitch. Look at, he's working pretty far down and in. If I'm this guy and I've thrown 3 straight sinkers, I'm throwing something either hard up and away or something off speed low and away. I'm working the outside part of the plate on this next pitch, though, because you could generate a pretty shitty looking swing, I think. We'll see what he does. Bugs Bunny is your cousin? Oh, really? I kind of left. We're kind of done with that bit now, Kevin. I didn't know your last name was Bunny. That's pretty cool. Anyway, it's full count 3-2 on Caratini. Surprised this guy isn't playing for Team Italy. They went it with the Team Italy just went and got a bunch of guys from the MLB with last names that were vaguely Italian. They're like, oh, this is our team. The fuck's our problem? It's a solution. Two down for Outman. Two down now here in the bottom of the second of a 0-0 game. It's 0-1 to Outman. Need Italy to beat Mexico to make the... Dude, it's going to suck if Italy just goes out there and loses fucking... scores 0 and Mexico wins 1-0 and the USA's eliminated. Be like, well, that sucks. Or it's like 4-0 Mexico wins. Like, oh, damn it. Cruz, Peck, and Meadows do appear 8-9-1. 8-9-1 do appear in the top of the third. Pretty much all because Mark DeRosa's an idiot and didn't like think about things a little harder and plan better and threw a game that they should have won. Even he admitted, he said he made so he read the wrong calculations and just made a mistake in what he was reading. Right back, I'm gonna grab some sody pop. Oh, top 3. All right, back. Yeah, Aaron Judge is a choke artist. That's kind of well established, though, about Judge. He doesn't really pop up in big games. Seems to be a common trend in amongst like big time hitters. Some of them seem to shrink when it matters most. 1-0. Bonds was also really bad in the playoffs. 1-1. One, two. It's pretty usual. This will be me watching through the top of the 6. I watched through 6 innings or whenever the Tigers end in the 6th inning. So it could be top, could be bottom. Today is top of the 6th, especially because that's when they pull starters. And Trey Cruz strikes out one away. Now up is Peck. Top of the 3rd, no score here. No one's done anything. There's been no offense save for a walk. Both teams have had a guy walk. No, I mean, he was, he did pretty average, yeah. Nothing special. Kind of choked a little bit, too. Especially for what he could do in the regular season. It's like, well, where the hell is that right now? It's 1-1 here on Peck, the 9-hitter in the Tigers lineup. It's 0-0. Both teams 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 errors. Both have a walk. Who gets going first? We'll find out. But yeah, I only watch through when the teams start making substitutions for preseason. But tonight we'll be doing a NFL kind of news thing where we talk about like all the signings that have happened, because I think today opens up the official start of free agency. I believe at 4:00 is when everything becomes official, and that's when the new league year begins, and then the legal tampering period comes to a close. One, two. And Peck goes down swinging, 2 away. Yeah, we've been struck out 4 times. 4 times through 2 2/3 out of a possible 8 outs. We've been struck out 4, half of them. Not great. Here's Meadows. It's 0-2. Yeah. Ball 1. It's 1-2. Hey, what's up, Fordon? Yesterday was such a weird day. USA losing to Italy. A bunch of spaghetti folks and Bam Adebayo dropping 83. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was pretty crazy yesterday. The 83-point game kind of came out of nowhere. Meadows strikes out, so Tigers Bradley strikes out the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. No score, no offense yet. We'll see Rodon, Kreidler, and Wallner do it. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. You're too kind. Thanks for the donation. It's much appreciated. Far too kind. Thank you again. Good looking out. What up, Joel? You got your license? Congrats, man. You can drive now? That's pretty cool. I always be whipping. Not really. I don't have a car. Who want to give me their car for free? Just give it to me. You can walk or take the bus. Or I'll trade you my electric bike. That shit's way cooler than a car. And because I'm like a cool guy and a nice guy, you can keep making the payments on the car as part of the payment for the bike. Because obviously the bike is worth more than the car as far as like style points go. Like if you want a bad bitch, you want to put her on the back of your e-bike. You don't want to put her in like a nice like sedan. She might get the ick. You're not a bad boy. You don't live freely. So everyone's joking around saying stay off the sidewalks, Joel's on the road. Hell yeah, they should know you're coming. You gotta assert your dominance that way. Strike 1 to Rodon. Joel's like, yeah, I mean, in driver's training, I only killed an old lady when I ran her over. I don't know what everyone's freaking out about. It wasn't deemed to be my fault. 0-2. Ball one. No chase. A little too obviously of a waste, a little bit too obvious of a waste pitch, in my humble little opinion. But what is my humble little opinion worth? I don't think much of anything. 2-2. Boy. I gotta make sure my mic isn't fucked up. I don't think so. I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Sorry about that. I smacked the shit out of the stand. Yeah, not a bad signing. Kind of, I don't know. Roden flies out one away. I don't know what to think about with. Looks like there could be a pitching change with Kreidler up. Yeah, he's looking pretty promising for Don. I don't see anything about Sweeney being close to coming back yet. So, yeah, Drew Anderson will come into pitch. So it might be a little bit before we see some more pitching. So Drew Anderson will pitch to Ryan Kreidler and Wallner coming up here in the bottom of the third. We have a 0-0 game, no hits, no errors. Both teams have a walk. That's been all the offense today. 2 walks. Pretty much for them. But yeah, Joel, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if Pacheco's poor numbers and like kind of lackluster career is because the Chiefs are in a pass-heavy offense that isn't really like super running back friendly. And you know, putting him in an offense like Drew Petzing's, who's kind of like run first. Detroit's super run first offense behind a decent offensive blocking line. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be good, but I don't know for what they want. I don't know why they just didn't go get James Conner. He's sitting right there. I think he's healthy too. Probably would have been about the same exact price for a running back we know works inside of that system extraordinarily well, and a running back who's very good in the red zone, which is what the Lions kind of need, right? I'm guessing Pacheco's primary role is going to be like inside of the 10 goal line running, because the Lions aren't very good with goal to go. But once again, Connor's very good at like inside. So again, I think maybe Pacheco might be better at goal line running, maybe than Connor, but I doubt it. 0-1. But that's where the Lions' main struggles came in, is because Monty wasn't able to score inside of the goal anymore. And that's why they didn't utilize him much. Think back to your Lions last year. What was your team's great struggle? No, not even a trash offensive line. Because you led the league in offense, like total offensive yards. I think you were number 1, and I think it was by like a decent amount too. No, your problem was you couldn't score inside of the 10-yard line. And that directly comes down to weird personnel problems where you just didn't have a running back and a run-first offense that could get those tough 10 yards. And I think that's why you went and got Pacheco. Hell, even more specifically, inside of the 5, I bet you're one of the worst teams in the NFL at scoring last year. And your team constantly got down there, like constantly. And just would turn the ball over or kick a field goal by the end of the year. It was pretty bad. 2-2. Another foul. We'll get another 2-2. And really, just think back to like all your team struggles last year. It wasn't getting down the field. You guys would fly down the fucking field. It was once you got inside like the 10 or inside the 5, the brakes went on. Every time. Like 90% of the time, it felt like those drives just died inside the 5. 2-2. Like you would have beat Minnesota probably both times if you didn't shit your pants inside the 5. I saw it was like 27-24 for like the entire second half, and Detroit had like 12 possessions, and they seemed to just keep giving the ball back inside with goal to go. And it's like, no, that's an actual issue. It wasn't even like turnovers. It was literally just like turnover on downs, turnover on downs, turnover on downs. I don't know. Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe better play calling from like Drew Pensing. I don't know. 0-1. 0-2. Top of the order of Wallner with 2 away. Kreidler was a strikeout victim, but now we're at Wallner, who also struck out in his first at bat. It's gonna be like a center cut pitch, like right, like a little high. If this pitch isn't thrown exactly, see, I was a little off on location. I figured he was going up, but I thought he was gonna try to center cut it and just hope to God the guy swings right through it. Off speed, you know what I mean? Off speed. That's more where I thought he'd throw it. If that would have been where he threw it the first time, he might have got a swing and a miss by Wallner. But, you know, now it's still obvious. Go back to where he threw the first pitch. Go to where he threw the first one, and he's good to go. It's probably out. Oh, he fouled it off. Yeah, that was a good spot. That's where I would have went too. You either throw that pitch again or you go back up into the upper outs. You go up and away with a fastball. I don't think Wallner has a curveball down the middle, kind of. Good idea. Either way, it works out. So we'll head to the top of the 4th already. Top of the 4th, it'll be McGonigal, Vierling, and Green. McGonigal, Vierling, Green here in the top of the 4th of a 0-0 game. Both teams throwing no-hitters. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. We're sitting at about 9 so far. We try to hit somewhere in the double digits every stream. We try to hit about 20, but sometimes, you know, that's not really all that possible. But if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. Help the stream out. Be a good American. Or a poor American. By showing compassion and kindness. Or be a real American by showing that you support other American doing American things. If you don't leave a like, you support Iran. And I'm going to tell the president on all of you. In fact, it's already too late. I've already reported you all to Pete Hegseth. Good luck. and to my good friend Benjamin Netanyahu. I've just reported all of you. I like how that got one person to go, oh shit. And they left the like. It went up like 1 or 2, and it was like, someone's like, oh, fuck. Not me. You don't have to leave the likes, by the way. I don't really care. It's something to pass the time till the start of the 4th inning, and you know it's a good thing to advertise because it does help us out here. Thanks if you can help out. If not, that's cool too. Just your soul on the line. Wouldn't gamble with that, would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? That'll be swing and strike 1. It's 0-1 here on McGonigal. McGonigal, the only Tiger to reach base today via walk. 1-1. Dun, 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 dun. Damn. Yeah. McGonagall grounds out, one away. Here's Veerling with one out. We'll have 3 Apple TV games for April. Okay, not bad. Only 3 of them. Not too many to have to put up with. No. Easy to fall asleep. Hey, we got a hit. A double. Look at that. We finally got some offense. Damn, my falling asleep bit there didn't really pan out timing wise. Oh, we got runs now too. Looks like Riley Green will drive into the offense of the game. All right. At least 1-0. Maybe 2. Maybe he homered. It was right down the middle. A 90-mile-an-hour splitter is an easy homer pitch. Nope, just another double. Hell yeah, back-to-back doubles for the Tigers, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Runner at second now. There's a mound visit, so that'll be the end of the afternoon for Bradley. Top of the 4th, Tigers lead 1-0. All right. All right, well, stop the count. I can see that we're winning, so... No, they're going to leave Bradley in. Strike 1. Come on, Slater. Follow it up with a double yourself. That shit would go crazy if he doubled. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Slater. It's a bit of a high pitch. 1-0. Come on, Young. By the way, Slater grounded out, so 2 away, runner at second. It's a 1-1 count. Dun 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 dun. 2-1. Nice take from Young. Base hit could score a run. Good speed at second. Well, decent speed at second anyway. Okay. Wish I had an actual game. I forgot how sleepy fucking looking at game day makes me. Gonna have to get up and stretch in a minute. Get the blood flowing. By the way, if you're just an observer, make sure you do leave a like so my stream gets some interaction, so more people do find their way in. That's the main thing. We just need some interaction from you, so my stream looks a little busier than it is. We got a full count. Payoff pitch for Young coming soon to a pitch matchup near you. And what do we got? Da-da-da-da. And Jace Young will walk. All right, Jace Young wins the battle. 2 on, 2 out for Big Jake Rogers, who's about to hit a 2-run homer, or 3-run homer, rather. There's 2 guys on. 2 on. 2 out. Top 4 of a 1-0 Tigers lead. They want to extend it by 3 to make it 4-0. Let's see if they can do it. 1 swing's all it takes, usually. And you never know. They're just letting Bradley go unless they're about to pull him. Nope. Pick off attempt at second. Nobody home. Ball 1. Pitcher is distracted by base runners with 2 outs. Should just be going for the outs. Guess it's fine to work on your pickoff attempts, though. A good time to do so. Spring training. One on a called strike. Rogers bomb here would be pretty good. A Raj bomb. Fouled it away. It's 1-2. Maybe. Not impossible. Hard to tell, though. It's 1-0 in a spring training game. That could go a million different directions. Plus, the Tigers are away, so they have, like, they don't get last bats and all. Damn, Rogers will get out, but the Tigers do get back-to-back doubles to score a run. Veerling doubles, Green doubles them in, so it's 1-0 Tigers into the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 1-0 Tigers. Twins will send Keyshaw, Bell, and Larnack to the plate. We'll see who's pitching for Detroit here in just a little bit. It's a quick commercial break, and then the game will be back on. I got to stretch a little bit so I can wake my body up a little bit, get the blood flowing. That move is called the skull crush, and that's when you get your enemy's head and you bash it into your knee as you lift your knee up into their face. That way, it creates double, like, it's kind of like wham. It's called stomp on a guy's body when he's down on the ground. That move is when you take somebody's penis and you rip it around so that they know who's boss. Called strike one. All right, there we go. I feel a lot more awake now. I feel pretty awake now, so we're good. I might have to do some more stretching in between the innings, but that's okay. 0-2 on a foul ball. Anderson's still the pitcher for Detroit. I haven't streamed in a week, so I have a lot of energy to stream, but my voice also has to bring back up into it. What do you guys think about that basketball guy scoring 83 points, Bam Adebayo? Is he better than Michael Jordan? Is he better than Kobe? 2-2. Maybe. Damn, the Twins just got their first hit. Hopefully it's not a double like we gave. Oh, it's just a single. All right, let's get a double play here. Get what the doctor ordered. You've got a first baseman coming up. Try to get him to hit a ground ball. A first baseman and a second baseman. So theoretically, neither one of these guys run too well. Or there should be enough time to turn two. Let's see if the hapless Tigers can get some fucking outs that way. Oh, ball one. I'd work down in the zone to get him to ground out. He crushes low and inside pitching, though. It's a risky ball, but 2-0. Looks like they're probably going to walk him again. Probably not the worst idea with Bella at the plate. I don't know. Still, you kind of want to try to get him to hit a fucking grounder in spring training. Results are sort of irrelevant. It's about like showing that you know what to do in these situations with the normal hitter up. Nah, that's a really fucking shitty ball. If I'm the Tigers, I challenge that. Oh, they didn't. 3-1, called strike. 3-2, called strike. And they walked him. They gave up a steal and they walked him. So 2 on, nobody out. Here's Larnack. Not going great here. Make sure you guys drop a like if you haven't already yet, by the way. Helps the stream out, gets more people in here. We try to hit 20 every stream, but hey, we're up in the double digits, so I appreciate that very much. Good looking out. But it's still... Hold on, what happened? I think somebody just got picked off. Yeah, they picked off Keishel at second base. All right. Oh, yeah, good job by the pitcher. We picked the man off at second. One away, runner at first, 0-1 count on Larnack. Nice job by the battery for the Tigers there. Nice little pickoff move by Anderson. 0-1. Runner at first, one away. Hey, now a double play gets us out of the inning. Let's hope we can twist them up in turn 2. Ball 1. Get a twin killer. Get it? Like, because, you know, where you're playing the Twins, and that's what, you know, you can call that a double play. Anyway. 2-1. I thought the joke was good. Myself like a 6 or 7 out of 10 on that personally. Guy swings that shit. It's 2-2. Larnack is doing a Javi Baez impersonation. Interesting decision. Do. And they get Larnack to strike out, 2 away, runner at first. A once promising inning is quickly dissolved into from 2 on and nobody out to 1 on and 2 out. Here's Royce Lewis. 1-0 Tigers lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Nice job by Anderson to wiggle out of a little jam he got himself into. Can he fully get himself out without any real damage? We'll see. I also need more soda. I've become quite thirsty. Like usual, by the way, we'll watch through the top of the 6th, but then that's when they usually start bringing in backups and reserves, and I don't like watching at that point. But we will be live tonight talking some NFL stuff, you know, tons of moves to be made. Tons of moves have already been made. Tons of drama surrounding all the moves. Yeah, an exciting free agency period in the NFL set to open in just a couple hours. 0-2. The official free agency, right? It starts at what, like 4 o'clock on the dot? Like 3:59, 59, 59. Something stupid like that. 0-2 here on Lewis. One good pitch here from Anderson, and we'll be in the top of the 5th. Ugh. It'll remain 0-2 after a slew of foul balls. Pitch number 5 coming up. Is it not moving? Oh, okay, it is. And all right, that looks like the 3rd out of the inning. White Sox, Yankees, 2-leg parlay. I don't know, Uncle Sloppy. I think it's... Do people bet on preseason baseball? Seems like a very risky proposition to do. Cruz, Peck, and Meadows. 8, 9, and 1 do it for the Tigers. Cruz, Peck, and Meadows here in the top of the 5th. 1-0 Tigers lead. Nice job by the defense and pitching to defend the small lead. Be right back. He's back. I'm back. I'm getting a little bit more of a stretching in. Starting to get fucking cold. Brr. I'm gonna put on a sweatshirt. It's getting cold. Big my arm is, dog. What do we got? And the Tigers start off the inning with an immediate hit by Cruz. Bradley threw it right down the pipe, and the Tigers respond with at least a single, and that's what they get. Base hit by Cruz. Peck up now with one on, nobody out. Like 70 degrees like 2 days ago. Near 70 just like a day or two ago. Now it's like fucking 38. Brutal. It's a brutal drop. Hey, we have 12 whole likes. That's pretty good. 12 real Americans. It'll remain 0-2 after another foul ball by Peck. He's trying to peck a base hit right now. Get it? Hey. Aha. It's 0-2 though. What'll the next pitch be? Probably something low and inside. Back. They're going in. Back. Oh, well. Not a struck out, too. And down goes Peck, one away. Runner at first, one out. Top of the order for the Tigers, though. Here's Parker Meadows. Presumably his last at-bat of the game. He's hitting a cool 115 right now. Yeah, same. It's I don't know. It's been going pretty well for the pitching. The hitting's been a little slow, but story of the spring, right? So I don't know. I'm not too pressed about anything. Hopefully it picks up though, because it is kind of like where is the offense? But that's a ball. They should lose that challenge. Three zero on Meadows. Some nice takes here. Real close calls. He swings on 3-0 and fouls it away. It's 3-1. Ooh, should have just took it. But I guess if you were sitting on a fastball elevated kind of down the middle, I guess you take your rip. One on, one out. Meadows is a 3-1 count and a 1-0 Tigers lead here in the top of the fifth. And what the fuck just happened? Oh, okay. Meadows struck out, but Cruz still second on the pitch. 0-1 to pinch hitter Wensiel Perez. Perez up now with 2 out and a runner at second. Nice base hit could make this a little bit more comfortable. Double the lead up, technically. You know. Perez lines out, or flies out rather. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's a 1-0 Tigers lead. So it'll be Caratini, Outman, and Rodin due up for the Twins here in the bottom of the fifth. Caratini, Outman, and Rodin, top five, or bottom five. Oh, it's one of those things where they like did a change on something, so now like we have to sit through a pretty long break and not knowing it's actually going to come back. It's like, well, that's a darn shame. Oh shit! Caratini flew out, one away. That went by pretty quick. One away. Called strike 1 to Outman. I wonder what's in a wonder ball. I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying. 0-2. Oh, and 2 again. Fouled away. 1-0 Tigers lead. Nobody on. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. This will be the last half inning for the Twins that I will be calling today. Once again, I only watch through 6 innings or whenever the Tigers' last bat is. So if it's in the top of the 6th, I stop there. Bottom of the 6th, I watch through there. And Outman strikes out, 2 away. Mostly because I just don't care for when they put the backups in. It never interests me. I don't like watching it. Oh. Ooh, and that shit takes like 2 hours to get through for some reason. But we will be live again for tomorrow, Friday, whenever there's a Tigers game until Monday. We'll be live because I'm on spring break. And tonight we'll also be doing a little stream for like NFL news, sort of like talking about like all the stuff that's happened, all the big signings, especially because it's been the legal tampering period. And yeah, free agency starts in like an hour and a half officially. One, two. With 2 away. Anderson looking for the put away pitch. Will he find it? Nope, it's 2-2. Just fall over dead. Hell yeah, they get the out. All right, cool. We'll head to the top of the 6. 1-0 Tigers lead. Top 6. It'll be Vierling, Green, and Slater due up. Vierling, Green, and Mr. Slater due up here in the top of the 6. It's a 1-0 Tigers lead. Commercial break, obviously. Well, this will be the last half inning we watch, which will be the top of the sixth, and then we're out of here. It's been a fun stream. It's nice to be back. Nice to slowly build back up the stamina. Oh, shit. Taylor Rogers will come into pitch. Oh, one of the funny throwing guys. Isn't he the he's the guy that throws with the sidearm submarine, right? Like he and his brother have those like super unique deliveries. That are like callbacks to a game much far gone. Da-na-na. Nice job by Bradley. He had a good outing here for the Twins. 0-1 on a called strike to Matthew P. Vierling. What does the P stand for? Pussy. In a good way. It's a weird sounding word that kind of sounds like pussy or spelled like pussy, but it's puss or something. Or it's like poussoir or something. Or pusher or something. I don't remember. Either way, it's 1-2 on Matty V. Related to Matty P, actually. He's Matt Patricia's son, is Matt Vierling. Same first names. But they have different moms, so different last names. Yeah, Drew Anderson's been looking pretty good in this game. Wonder how he's going to work out the bullpen for us this year. Could be a nice long reliever. Or even a starter if that's his real thing. If somebody gets hurt, who knows? Bum 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 bum. All right, 1-away. Matt Vierling grounds out. AL East. I don't have AL East predictions. I guess Yankees probably win the division. Or the Blue Jays. I don't know. I don't know. It's also way too early. There's still like 2 weeks left of spring training at the very least. Damn, Houston's throwing a perfect game on the Marlins. I'll have division winner predictions when the season gets closer. Oh, 1-2. 2-2. But I also don't really know if spring training shows us much in baseball. It could, but it probably, like, you know what I mean? It could, but it most likely isn't and doesn't really show us much. 2-2. And Riley Green strikes out. Pretty rare feat. Never really seen him strike out before, but all right. By the way, if you haven't left a like, consider doing so because we're about to be on our way out of here pretty soon. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. I only watch these games through the 6th inning because they start pulling players, and I just don't generally care after that. Oh, 2. Oh, we got a good hour and a half out of our first stream back in a damn it. Slater goes down. All right. I'm going to start wrapping up here. We do have another stream scheduled for tonight, so that's what's kind of making everything a little easier to bounce out. So we'll have another like hour and a half stream later on this evening where we talk about some of the NFL news from around the day. But yeah, Tigers up 1-0. Bottom of the 6th will be coming up. I really genuinely cannot watch baseball for spring training past 6 innings. I start getting kind of sleepy and fall asleep. So I appreciate everyone hanging out. It was a fun little stream there, even though no one's really been saying much. But do appreciate you chatting. Thanks for the donation. Forward on. Good looking out. Yeah. I'll see everybody soon. Hopefully you enjoyed the little stream here this afternoon. We'll see you tonight for some NFL stuff. See you then. Have a good one. As always, it's go Lions, go Tigers, and of course it's always, or go Lions, go Patriots, and of course it's always, go Tigers.